What's up, guys? BTBS here. Welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft ModSauce. I have been playing around outside my base a little bit. I've been tinkering to get things working a little smoother, and it looks like I am. I'm getting a more steady frame rate. The reason it's capped up there is because I'm recording, and I automatically cap to a certain amount when I record. But yes, I think it's about time, now that I've been, removing a whole bunch of things from my base, I think it's about time I add some more things. And I can't just do space for like 5 episodes in a row. So I'm going to take a quick break from space, and I'm going to do some other stuff. I'm going to play around with AE again today. I actually just had to go and watch my own video to remind myself how this shit works, because it's needlessly complicated. But I want to get together a small AE autocrafting system. And yeah, I think that's going to be very, very useful. I'm having all of these problems with AE, or at least I was, simply because like I didn't have this cover here. So this cable was hooking into here and pulling all these and saying that there was no channels left for this, even though I can see here that it was only using 3, but then when it got to here it was using like 30. It was bullshit. Just random shit like that. It's my auto-crafting system thing there. Okay, I'm storing a lot of coal. So yes, I want to build a small auto-crafting system, and I've got this entire chunk over here that I can work with. Because the chunk is already loaded, so I don't have to feel bad about building anything in it. I'm not sure how much space I'm going to need, but I'll just clear out a little bit here. So yes, every one of those coming off can have 8, can have 32, so if I get my dense cable out, and then my normal cable, and then I'm going to need a few things for this. So I know I'm going to want a coprocessor, I think it's called. Copro, there we go. Coprocessor that allows it to access once when it's crafting. Yeah, if you're wondering about this, I did a tutorial video on it, and I mean this shit's so confusing. Like I said, I did actually have to go back and watch my own. I think I need a storage one now. Yes, I need a crafting storage block, so I'm going to get 2 64s because I can. Okay, so I need 1 of those, which needs 6 of those, and that's times by... it needs 3 of those, so that's 3, 9, 9 of these, 27 1Ks. And I want to build 2 sets of them, so basically 2 of those would do. We want to craft these. And then from those we want to craft these. No?
Those ones first. I think they're not in order
In here. It's
16, then
1, then 4, then 64. They're almost in order, which infuriates the fuck out of me. Do this, and then we have 2 of them with a little left over because I was too lazy to do it slowly. And then we need 2 more of these. Wait, what did that take? Oh, it takes cable, right? Yeah, I've got cable on me. No, not that. I want these, and then I just put these together. 2 co-processing units, and if I'm doing it this way, I should make a crafting monitor. And what's that?
storage monitor. Okay, storage monitor
Requires a panel of some kind. Is it just an illuminated panel it needs? There. Now do that, and that gets us a storage monitor, and that gets us a crafting monitor. Okay. I do need more cable actually. There we go. So what I'm going to do is access the back of this I've already put that there. Where did those torches come from? Oh, who knows. I'm going to access the back of this, and this coming out now has 32 channels available to it, which is good. And then I'm going to put my auto-crafting setup number 1, because I might end up building more of these. I'm going to put it right over here. So if I take a piece of cable and put it there, and then do 2 craftings, a coprocessor, and a crafting monitor. Now everything looks like it should be working. This has got 1 of 32 channels being taken. Device online. Every part of it says it's online, it's ready to go. Then I'm going to need a pattern terminal, or a pattern making thing. I think pattern terminal is how you encode patterns. Let's slap it down and find out. And since I'm out here, I might as well do this. Put it down there. Yes, it is. That is how you make patterns. And of course, the first pattern you always make is the pattern to make patterns. So what you do is you put this in here, and then you load in the recipe. Certis quartz, I think. Yeah, pure. Do I have any? I've actually got more pure than anything else, so that's good enough. And then you encode the pattern. And then you have that. Now I need. Why am I searching in there? I want to be searching in here. Search for arse. Arse embolism. Yes, I need molecular assembly chambers. Because I told you they made this convoluted for no reason, and this is one of the ways they did. Oh, I did not mean to make a stack of those. Well, now I need some of these. I'm not going to make a stack of the fucking things though, that was a mistake. So 5 of them is more than enough. I'm probably actually only going to use 3 or 4. No, I might as well use 5, fuck it. And then I need an interface. Interface. Where are you, interface? Oh yeah, that's right, you can craft them into little blocks now. Little things. So the interfaces are now how you set up auto-crafting terminals. And what we're going to do here is just take this out here, and then go up. Actually, let's do this. Put the interface here. Isn't there supposed to be an arrow on this somewhere pointing a direction? No? Ah, fuck it, everything looks good. Actually, no. I want the interface in... Yeah, I want to move the interface. Must remember to use those to break it. If I put that there and put the interface there, like I should have done, now what I can do is put the molecular assemblers on all the sides of it, and you'll know they're connected if they light up with all the colours on the side like that. Kind of a nice little texture. Now the interface can hook into all of these. Get out. Give me a cover. Also, that. We ain't fancy here. Stone covers will do. And now what you do is you put your pattern in there, and that's it. That should be enough for it to work. So if I come in here and look for pattern, it's got a little plus next to it, which means I can make it. Let's make 64 of them. It will then ask us where we want to do it and tell us what we're missing. We are missing iron and quartz glass. So maybe we should make a pattern for quartz glass. Pattern. Oh, how ironic, it uses quartz glass. Okay, make a new pattern, and this is where it gets important, by the way. You have to choose exactly what recipe you want, and that's the recipe your computer will use. So I'm thinking either Certis dust or nether dust. Which one's easier to get? Quartz with a Z, not an X. Okay, so nether quartz dust. I can probably get nether quartz a lot easier. So we're going to use nether quartz dust. And... come here, you bastard. I'm assuming you can use just normal glass here. Yeah, so... we tell it to use normal glass. Okay, so what we're going to do... no, not that pattern. We want that. Stick that in there. And it looks like it actually recognised exactly what I wanted, which was nether quartz and normal glass. Encode that. And then give that to that. And remember, if you when they're in your inventory, if you hold shift, it shows what they make. So that's how we make patterns in quartz glass. So now, if we ask for a pattern, if I could type at all, I want 64 of them. It should be able to recognise it can make these. Yep. And now we're just missing the iron. And I believe we're missing the iron because I store it in blocks. No, I'm just really fucking low on iron. Damn. Oh, you know why it is? It's because I don't like using this setup. I have this, like, ore tripling, I think, right now, set up. And I don't like using it unnecessarily, because it causes a huge amount of lag. But if we look here, yeah, all that's cleared out. So, the actual iron I have a single piece of iron ore, and I have some Galacticraft Planets iron ore. I wonder if that can go through this process. It can. Yeah, because I have like 4 machines running 7 processes each, all at the same time, it gets a bit like expensive. Yeah, using 1400 RF a tick. Yeah, they use 1400 RF a tick each, and all that's coming from here. By the way, I replaced. Currently, I think I've got rid of all of these. Yeah, these ones aren't even plugged in, just to see if I could. Because I noticed that I was generating so much extra charcoal from my thing downstairs that I have basically an unlimited supply. So now I have 2 64x survivalist generators, 320 RF a tick being produced, and seems to be doing quite well at powering my system. And yeah, that's my 3 stacks. I wonder, you know what I'm going to need to do is take out Doog a little bit more. I love Doog, he's so awesome. Config, yeah, he's currently set up for that, so there you go, set it for iron ore. And just check see if you can find anything. Wow! 1500. And when you are mining iron ore, you do not need to be silk touching. That was, that's a lot of iron ore you can find there. But let's just test this, so we want to make patterns. Let's just make 10 of them. Everything's available. Choose the CPU automatically. Start crafting, and we can see, because of the coprocessor, it allows one crafting process to be split across multiple assemblers. So it crafted super fast, and it looks like everything is working just fine there. And now we have 10 patterns. Nice. And there's actually another thing you can build, which I believe is another pattern thing. No, it's not. It's an interface type block, I believe. It's an interface terminal. That is what it is. It's interface terminal. Now this, what was that noise? This is really cool. Let me just put it down here for a second. It allows you to access all the molecular assemblers on your network, and I believe you can rename them. Oh no, it renames them automatically. So if I put a molecular assembler by this redstone furnace, when I looked in here, it would be a line of 9 blocks, and it would say redstone furnace above it. And this allows you to put in and take out recipes from anywhere on your network, so that you don't have to physically go back into your workshop. You can set up a few of these, leave them running, and not have to worry about anything. And that only takes 2 channels, so I think I want to have probably 2 sets of these. Which means I'm going to need more iron. Which is good because Doog has been running. Wow, Doog! That was, that's rather fast to pick up a few stacks of ore like that. Stop running, stop running. You've more than done your duty. And he may be fast, but he also is extremely expensive. He pulled so much energy out of that. I mean, it wasn't full at the time, but he still pulled so much energy out of it. Wow, this is still filling up. This takes forever to charge. Let's have a look at how everything around my base is going. Everything seems to be going fine. It looks like one of the things that was causing a real load of frame rate problems was under here. I had all those things under here, but I got rid of them. I think I had 20 or 40 mana pools under there, all of them full, and all of them with sparks on them. So I just emptied them out and got rid of them because they were clearly causing some kind of problems. Right, I need iron, that's what I need. That's right, I'm looking here. Here's my iron, my output chest. Right, what I think I want to do is double that setup up. So I want to make another interface, and then some more assemblers. Just make a stack of that for now. 5 more assemblers, and I'm going to need some more cable, but that's fine. Just do that, and that. Take that down. So if I just chip in... Whoa, this pick apparently destrolishes. I actually didn't know that. Or if I did, I didn't remember it. So yeah, the interface is going to go there. Like that, with that assembler going on there. And then that coming out like that. With the stone cover on there. And then I'm just going to set up another one right next to it. Maybe like a block away so that that interface goes there. I don't know. Will that attach to an interface? It will. You can always just do that. I wonder if I do that. Yeah, it attaches automatically. I don't know if I want it to attach automatically. I like everything being separate because what am I looking for? Interface. Because when things, when there's multiple paths that something can travel down, it tends to cause problems. And every mod has something that causes problems like that. I mean, that's not technically even connected, but it is connected because it is. More covers. Oh well. Just do. There we go. Now the question is, when I access that through, oh yeah, my pattern's there. Import bus there. Is the back taken? I might have to move this ender chest to the back. Red. Whoa, that's a lot of charcoal. Well, that's export bus. Right. Yeah, that doesn't need to be done from right there. I think what I'm going to do is take this terminal from there. And that. And I want to take that. And then just extend that with a single block upwards, and then I can put my interface terminal on there. And this can go like anywhere really. I mean, this has 3 channels in use, and I'm already sending more away up there. So if I do like, if I do this, and then access this and give it the 4 ACC cards. Oh, and then tell it what to export as well. Only export coal? No, charcoal. Right? Yes, definitely only export actual charcoal, not coal. The only reason I have coal is because of the... No, that's coal again. Charcoal. Only export charcoal. And then I'll just stick that there. There you go, it caught up. And now that's not in the way, and I can have my interface terminal up there. And I can actually move my pattern terminal up there as well. Simply because I don't want my pattern terminal sitting... Where is it? There it is. I don't want it sitting down there, because then I constantly like hit that trying to access it. And then I can just access this from here. So that's how I make my patterns. This is how I access my things. And I can just put those two... Oh, interesting. You can't shift click them in. So yeah, this is two module molecular assemblers it's attaching to there. What I want to know is it picking up that through that? Like if I do this, will they appear separately? No, it's this one. No, they will not. Okay. Oh, you can search. So if I search, so if I had thousands of these, which is a thing that I've seen people do, you could actually search for the specific one you wanted. Also, you can probably make this more efficient with more molecular assemblers per interface, but I like doing the covering the 5 faces of the cube and then having one for input like that. It works fine for me. And I'm not sure, but I think the molecular assemblers have to be directly touching a face of the interface. And that's where it comes from. Ignore the contents of the target. Oh, okay. I don't play with assemblers much, so, or the other ones. I'm literally just looking at one, and I forgot its name, interface. Yes, I don't play with them much. They are, they're a little confusing, and I'm not that smart. But I have a auto crafting processor in there. I have everything I need. So make me 54 patterns. Start crafting. Interesting. It can only actually send to a single interface at a time because these ones weren't getting any work. Maybe if it had another co-processing unit, it'd be able to send to another interface? I actually don't know. Anyway, I've got that in there. I'm going to be putting a second one of these down in a second anyway, simply because I can. And yeah, I do actually like auto crafting. Auto crafting is fantastic. And it's nice to be able to get rid of a bunch of stuff. And one of the things I want to craft a pattern for straight away is a block of charcoal. Put my patterns in there. Right, yes, pattern for a block of charcoal. Stick that in there. And then this, there's a way of making it request a craft. Crafting? Crafting card. Yeah, so if I do this, I think I should be able to put the crafting card in there. No, crafting card goes in export bus, interface, and level emitter. That's a storage bus, and I chose that because I didn't have access to auto crafting at the time. So export bus, stick it on there, give it access to a crafting card, and tell it to export blocks of charcoal. Now configure use stocked items or craft while exporting. Is that crafting currently? No. Yes. No, that was my block going in. Do not use stocked items, only craft while exporting. It does not seem to be exporting anything. 24. Is that number going up? I can't tell. It is going up. 25. So it looks like it is actually crafting stuff, just very slowly. And yeah, every once in a while one jumps in here. This will ensure that all of my things will eventually get crafted instead of being stored in there, because it's very slow. If I want to take these out of here and try and craft them, like charcoal blocks, craft 1,000 of them, right? Oh, hang on. Charcoal blocks, craft 1,000, automatic, start. And let's see how quickly it will craft them. Because I had a problem where when I was trying to craft stacks of them at a time, as you do. Yeah, I mean, it's not crafting them very fast. I was trying to craft them stacks at a time, and I would click to, like, shift-click a stack out of here, and it would have to pull every single one of them out of here separately. And it would take about 5 seconds of lag before I got anything coming out. But yeah, what I'm going to do is basically just have a huge amount of these stored in this better barrel here, in this jabber barrel, which is a it's an ender dimensional linked barrel up to here, and this is, as you can tell, keeping me more than enough in power. Like, the only thing I've got draining power really is my AE system, and while it's auto crafting, it seems to be taking about 250 RF tick. And one of these generates 320. So having two of them ensures that I can actually have some extra power drain going and not have to worry about running out of power. And since they are produced automatically by this down here, I don't see it being a massive problem. And I think that's going to generate charcoal faster than those two storage things can use it. It still hasn't crafted 1,000 of them. So yeah, 1,000 is like 15 stacks. I think it's like 16.4 stacks. So yeah, you can tell how long it takes to actually craft these things. But I will show you the lag I am talking of. If I do this, yeah, see how long that took? That was actually a lot faster than normal. I think everything's a little faster than I'm used to because I've been improving my lag situation. But yeah, with 441,000 of those sitting in my backup, I'm not going to run out anytime soon. This is going to automatically craft all of them into blocks, store them in there. This has space for 118,000 blocks. After that, you know, maybe once I've got 118,000, I don't need any more blocks. Or I will upgrade my barrels even higher, get it to the point where it can store millions of shit, rebuild the barrel network, and then, you know, just keep storing. Because I like to store excess amounts. I know some people don't care about having big stockpiles. I'm not one of them. I really enjoy having a big stockpile of things. It's one of my favourite things to do, is have a massive stockpile so I don't feel like I could run out in a second. And now that everything's done, all I need to do is just do this, and everything is good. Actually, I can see the hole. Oh, I can see the hole because of that. Yeah, there ain't nothing I can do about that. Yeah, so we now have a small auto crafting system. We can make our patterns from here, we can assign our patterns from here, and I might just chuck some more molecular assemblers on around the things that are already in there, because the thing is, each one only has 9 slots. So if you want to be super efficient on the amount of molecular assemblers you use, you do it like this. If you want to be more efficient in a different way, you put, say, this molecular assembler here, so that this entire block here is moved over, and then you have another one here, and that means that every molecular assembler can access 3 or 4 places to craft, but you have more molecular assemblers. I found that hard to say fast. Molecular assembler. You have more molecular assemblers so that you can have more pattern storage. Because if you guys remember, like, my old Direwolf base or my Agrarian Skies, I had like hundreds, maybe thousands of patterns stored at any one time. simply because, you know, an auto-crafting system that can auto-craft everything is better than one that can auto-craft a couple of things. I do really miss the old Applied Energistics 1, but the whole thing where you can use multi-blocks is just too cool. So yeah, I'm sticking with 2. I know there's an option to turn off like channels and stuff like that, but that only, as far as I can tell, works when you originally generate a world. So I can't really turn off channels here. But if we just check in here, look at this, we're already up to 64, 64, 44. Excellent. So, that's actually going to do it for this episode, guys. I was not expecting it to take that long. Sorry, it was all just crafting and building this. But, yeah. I'm actually very glad I got this done. It's something I've been waiting to do for a while. And it seems like my world is running an awful lot smoother. So, I might be able to do stuff like put my, my render distance up from being really, really small. Or keep my render distance at being really small and simply build more things, because things are good. Yes, things. I could build lots of things.